Want to visit Knott's Berry Farm when the lines look like this or this?
Just come on a weekday. Weekdays are pretty empty, but not everyone's able to come on a weekday. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what are tips and tricks that you guys can use to figure out, which days to come on besides just weekdays on the school year. That won't be that. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you for 100 subs. I really appreciate it. And also create a new Instagram account. So if you guys want to check that out, link in the description. Today is a very empty day. I came on a Tuesday, and like I said earlier, every weekday is fairly empty. But I know not everyone is able to come on a weekday, so what other days can you come on besides a weekday that will be empty? If I had to pick between like a weekend day, Saturday or Sunday, which day to come here, I would probably pick Sunday. So I'm using this website called qtimes.com. I highly recommend it. I'll talk about it more soon. But basically, this website has like historical data of what days were the busiest at Knott's Berry Farm. And it seems like between every Saturday and Sunday this year, nearly every single Sunday has been either as busy or less busy than the Saturday. It'll still be busy, but yeah, definitely gonna be a better experience if you come on a Sunday. And not only that, I highly recommend doing a rope drop strategy. So a rope drop strategy is basically just coming in when the park opens and trying to hit as many rides as possible. I actually did a video of me doing a rope drop a while ago on this channel. And basically what it involves is basically you line up early before the park opens. So especially on busy days, so like on weekends, I believe they usually open the park slightly before 10 a.m. And when they open the park early, they usually have it open for Ghost Rider specifically. So I recommend coming to the park really early, like maybe 30 minutes to an hour early, just to line up before the park opens. Because by the time they let you in, sometimes in the past they let me in at like 9:30, right? That's 30 minutes before the park opens. And if you're really lucky, they'll have Ghost Rider ready by then. So you can get on Ghost Rider in the park. By the time you're off Ghost Rider, the park's still not even open yet. And that's perfect because that means after that you can just run straight to the back of the park, hit up Hang Time, Accelerator, whatever else you want. I would say you can hold off on Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet, the line on that ride definitely moves fairly fast, so I don't think you have to rush to get on that one, but definitely if you want to hit Hang Time or Accelerator, hit those as soon as possible. And another thing I didn't mention about Sundays though, is that Sundays, I don't recommend going if it's like if it's a day before holiday. So a lot of holidays are on Monday, and usually if there's a Sunday that has a holiday the next day after, that Sunday's gonna be crazy busy. Do not ever go on a Sunday that day. Sometimes it might be even busier than the holiday day itself. So yeah, definitely avoid that and avoid holidays if you can. I also think it's good to pay attention to when the park opens and closes. So right now, I'm here on a weekday on Tuesday. The park opens at 10 and closes at 6, so it's only open for 8 hours. But if you're coming on in a busier day, it's gonna be open from like 10 to 10. And what's good to know about that is that days that are busier are obviously gonna be open for longer. So if you're picking a day to go on and it's open all day, literally from 10 in the morning to 10 p.m., that means it's probably gonna be a busier day than days such as today where it opened at 10 and goes to 6, right? They don't have enough, because if they stayed open till 10 p.m., it'll probably just be dead for the last few hours of the day. The Q Times website also lists like the live wait times, and I prefer using this over the Knott app because the Knott app is kind of garbage. And you can kind of use the Q Times website anywhere, right? The Knott app blocks the ability to check wait times until you're at the park, but at Q Time you kind of look at it anywhere. And I just usually just save it in a tab in my browser because it's just really easy to access it compared to the Knott's website, of course. And what I said about the weekday things only really applies to like right now because there's school and everything going on. There's gonna be less people coming to the park. They're all focusing on that stuff. But during the summer, every day's kind of a busy day. Weekdays are still way better than the weekends in the summer, but yeah, right now it's gonna be the best time of year. If you just want to come and enjoy a really dead day, definitely come on a weekday around this time of year, September, October. And that's why I want to talk about this website called Q Time. Now this website I found is really interesting. It lists how busy the park is every day, or has been in the past, and it makes predictions in the future. So it has like a calendar that shows you in the future what it thinks it's going to be a busy day. So I highly recommend, like if you're planning a trip, use that website, and you can also take a look at past data. So you can look at last year's, previous years before that, data on that specific date to see, okay, is it going to be a busy day or is it not going to be a busy day? I think another interesting tip that I don't know if I mentioned before was getting food. So there's definitely certain times, especially during busier days, where the food stands are being slammed. I usually get my food like really early. Like if I go in the park like at 10 a.m. for example, I usually just get my food immediately. But there's quite a few different stands open at 10 a.m. but most of them do open at 11. So you might have to wait till then. But even if you go at 11, you're probably still gonna be eating like the lunch rush or like people wanting to get dinner. So definitely try to avoid like busy times. Like I think 12 or 1 might be busier. And also maybe like 5, 6 might be busy at when people try to get dinner. So try to avoid those peak times if you're getting food, right? Gives you more time so you can go on rides and do whatever you want. So I'm not sure, this might be a little short video. So yeah, basically what I said is if you can't come on a weekday right now, try hitting up a Sunday Definitely, if you're coming on a weekday, though, try doing a rope drop. Try coming in an hour, 30 minutes early to line up to be the first one in the lineup park so you hit every single ride you want to hit immediately, right? And yeah, I think that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about these tips. If you thought I missed anything or had anything wrong or you want to add to anything, please let me know down below. And I hope that everyone has a great day. And make sure to check out my new Instagram, I guess. And yeah, subscribe. On to ya. But oh my gosh, look at these birds. They're so cute. Look at them go.